What's cracking, my power director peeps? Mi gente is in the building, okay? Happy Easter. Thank you for joining me today. Hey, we got another live stream going down on this holiday weekend. I appreciate all you power director peeps for stopping through. Now, as you guys know, you know the dealio. I'm going to go ahead and give you the lowdown on all of the things that are going to be happening on this live stream so you know what's what. Now, PowerDirector went ahead and updated the PowerDirector app with a few new features and some new content on March 29th, 2021. So I'm going to be bringing that to you so you guys know what's crack-a-lacking, okay? Now, we're going to go through those updates, give you all that info. Then after that, I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think, okay? My little 2 cents on what I think about those updates. So, you know, I'm going to be hoping that you guys go ahead and collab with me, join in, tell me about what's going on, what your thoughts on. Put those things in the chat so we can have a beautiful, well-rounded discussion. All right? Okay. Now, before I get started, I want to go ahead and dive into the chat. Go ahead and give some shout-outs to anybody who joined me. So let's see if anybody gave me any shout-outs right now. Okay, we got some people in the building right now. All right, we got Red Hot Reactions. What's up? He says, hey, Mal. I like that. New name, Mal. That's my new shortcut, Mal for Malik. Okay. Thank you, Red Hot Production or Reactions. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the reaction photo, too. That was very, very interactive. I like the reaction photo. Beautiful. Love it. All right. We also got young Gen Z Castro. Says, hey, sir. Hey, Gen Z. What's going down? All right, we got support coming in from Philly. Gen Z Castro showing that love from Philly. Or PH, is that the Philippines? Ooh, I love the Philippines too. So I hope that's the Philippines. I hope I'm getting some of that Filipino love from Gen Z Castro. I'm feeling that. We got my boy, Peter J. Milner, okay? Remember that, folks, Peter J. Milner. He says, hello, Malik, it's Peter here from the UK, United Kingdom, giving me some of that UK love. Thank you, Peter, for always supporting me. You know I love it. All right. We got Hikashi Sukla. All right, I'm excited. Hey, Hikashi, thank you. Or let me see. Hitachi. I got to make sure I'm saying that right. I hate pronouncing names wrong because people say my name wrong a lot. So sorry about that if I said it wrong. Hitachi. If I, get it wrong, give me a little pronunciation in the chat, how to say it, like break it down, like pronunciation for dummies. That's what I need, okay? And we got my boy, Jim. What's up, Jim? Jim says, hi, Malik. How you doing, Jim? Miss you, my brother. Peace. And hair grease, even though you don't use none. I used to use hair grease, but I don't use it no more, okay? I don't have a need anymore. Okay, so I gave my shout outs. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Let's jump back and let's see what's crack-a-lacking with the appin-appins. I don't know what an appin-appin is. I just said appin-appins. I don't know why the heck I said that, but I did. I can't take it back. It's too late, people. Let's just move on. All right. So the first update for the app that I wanted to talk about is the speed effect. So if you go ahead and tap on a clip in the app, you can go ahead and tap on speed at the bottom. And then you'll see that it now has a thing here called keep pitch. So you got a few options here. Let me go back here. Sorry about that, people. So you got keep pitch. So what that does is it changes the volume, or it changes the speed of the audio. So it'll actually slow down the video, and then the pitch of the video will change depending on how you change the clip. So if you speed it up, slow it down, you'll have all those changes. So let's say I went ahead and changed the video and I made it faster. Well, let's before we do that, let's play it. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this or not, but if you play it, you get your audio at your regular speed. Let me unmute that. And then if you speed it up, it's going to sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks, okay? Let's play it now. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Sorry, audio is not keyed in. But if you slow it down, then your audio pitch changes and makes it lower. So that feature is there, something that a lot of people have been asking for. So now if you go ahead and change the speed of your clip, you can go ahead and change the pitch of your audio as well, so it kind of matches your speed. Now, if you don't want the audio to be impacted, you can handle that too. There's a few things you could do. So let's say I sped this up, like, I don't know, maybe, let's say 2 times the speed. Now the audio is going to, the pitch is going to change. But if I don't want the pitch to change, I can mute it. So now you won't hear anything. But I still want that audio from before. Well, if I go back and I go back to the media icon, I go back to where that clip was located, and instead of tapping that plus sign, if I drag this clip to the audio track, it'll just place the audio from that clip there, and it'll be the original audio. So now your video clip is sped up, but your audio is the original audio. So this way you can speed up clips without changing the audio if you want to. I know it's an extra step, it's a workaround, but that's what I'm showing you. I show you things to do what you want to do. Sometimes you gotta do a workaround. Would be nice if they just kept it like, hey, don't change the pitch or whatever, but that's not there. So I'm showing you a different way to do it. So it is what it is, peeps. All right, let me go ahead and change the speed back because I don't want to hear all of that next time I play this. I don't want to hear the chipmunks. All right. So I think that the keep pitch option that they're adding on there is good. It'll make it more natural when you speed stuff up. If you want people to hear that change in the audio, I think it's good. Like I said, I'm also glad that at least I'm aware of a workaround that I can do to keep the audio the same if I need it to stay the same. So I like it. People have been asking for the feature, and it's about time they went ahead and dropped that on us. So what are your thoughts about the keep pitch for the speed? Are you loving it like Mickey D's? Are you hating it? You know, you want to see it scrapped? Let me know in the comments so we can chat about that. Once I'm done going through all of these updates, we'll talk about your reaction to this feature. Let me know so we can go ahead and talk about it. Moving on. That was the only feature update that they did, but they did give us a few content updates that I want to talk about. You know, PowerDirector or Cyberlink is always giving us new content. It seems like every month. And one of the things that they're pretty consistent on is giving us new titles. So, you know, we got some new titles in the mix. So let's go ahead and talk about those. So there are 11 new interactive titles that you can go ahead and check out. So let's go back here. I'm going to tap on the overlay icon. And I'm going to stay under titles, and I'm going to tap on interactive titles. And so you got some titles here, some pretty nice ones. If we tap on this one and we hit the preview, you can see what that title looks like. All right, so there you go. You got your intro, you got your outro. Let's see, we got one here that might be pretty nice to see. Let's did a preview of this one.
Lovely, lovely, I say.
All right, and then we also, let's just go ahead and do one more just for the title lover in you. Give you that title love you need. All right, there you go. So I like these titles. I think they're pretty cool. Like you said, they're interactive. So if you need to use them in a specific type of video, like a tutorial maybe, or you're pointing something out, a product or something like that, and you want to talk about the product features, some of these are really good for those types of videos. So, or even like gaming, if you're showing, like pointing out something specific in the game. So I like these titles. I think they're pretty professional, maybe semi-professional, you might want to say. Hoping for more options to change things on these titles. So what are your thoughts? Tell me what you think about these titles, or what type of titles or what level of professionalism on the titles are you looking for in your videos? Most of us are looking for the most professional as possible, but sometimes there's situations where you might want little child kitty-like ones because you're doing birthdays and stuff like that. So it really all depends. But at the end of the day, what type of titles are you looking for? How do you feel about the interactive titles? Let me know in the chat. Once again, I want to talk about it. I want to have a convo. A little bit of conversation never hurt nobody. Okay? So Next one, the peeps at Cyberlink also gave us some what they call cool effect titles. So if I tap on cool effect, then you can see the cool in you right here. So there's a lot of different ones on here. So you got what, 9 different titles on here. So if we tap on one of them, let's go ahead and get a preview. So that one's kind of like, you know, neon, colorful neon or whatever. It says colorful neon. So I guess that's exactly, look, it is what it says, Malik. Colorful neon. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got. We just got a regular old neon one right here. You know, can't change the color on that one. Just neon. We got Sparky. Ooh, sparkalicious, sparkalicious. That's what 4th of July, little sparklers going on. I like it. And I got one here. It's called Ribbon. Don't look like no ribbon I ever seen, but it is what it is. So nice. I mean, I think very situational, but nice. I like the titles. It depends on what type of things you're using them for. You know, they're very, I guess, that's the word I'm looking for, effects driven. Like, you know, very much like if you're doing a video and you have a theme that suits these different effects, then I think you could go ahead and throw them in and they would look great. So I'm liking that. Tell me, once again, you know what I'm going to say, what do you think? I want to know what you think. This ain't all about just Malik and what he think, okay? This is supposed to be a two-way interaction. That's what live streams are, people, two-way. So what do you think? Okay, what are your thoughts? What type of titles, like I said before, do you want to see different types of titles? What do you want them to bring us for the app users out there who love using this app? What type of improvements do you want to see as far as titles go? What are you looking for, basically? What the heck do you want? Let me know in the chat, all right? So last content update is right on time with the holiday. It is Easter, my friends. It is Easter. So if you celebrate this fantastic holiday, there are a few new stickers that they added for Easter. So if you're going to be making any type of Easter videos, it's right on time, baby. Right on time. And this will be worth your while. So if you go ahead from the overlay section, since we're already in overlays, I'm just going to tap on sticker. And then I'm going to tap on free. And then you see a few little stickers here. You got some rabbit ears. You want to put those on somebody's head, you know, make them look like the Easter bunny. Beautiful thing. Let's see. We got some ornamental eggs hanging. If you got a Easter Christmas tree, this might work. If you want to put those on your Easter Christmas tree, or you just want to hang them from the ceiling in front of somebody's face, you know, hey, let it happen. And then last one I want to do on here. Once again, if you want to make somebody look kind of bunny-ish, I don't know if that's a word, bunny-ish. If you got somebody you want them to look bunny-ish, give them some bunny ears. Give them some whiskers. You got these whiskers here, whiskers with a heart. Okay? So if you want to put those on somebody's face, make them all whiskery, rabbity, bunny-y, whatever word you want to use, use it. Okay? So if you're going to use these, let me know. Hey, if you're making an Easter video out there, these are right on time. Let me know if you're going to be using these stickers for your Easter enjoyment. All righty. All right. We're back in business, people. So those are all the updates for the app. And for me, there's a few key things that I want to talk about. And the new pitch feature for the speed effect, that's huge. If you want to convey the change in speed when you not only visually but audibly, then this feature is for you. All right, plain and simple. You get to go ahead and really bring in the viewer to get them to see the change in your speed, not only through their eyes but through their ears, and that's a great thing. If you want to add that level of immersion into your videos, get people more immersed, that's what's up, baby. Now, also, I think it's good to know how to keep the original audio, because some people are going to want to change the speed, but they don't want people to hear all that. So you can hit mute, right? Then you don't got to worry about it at all. You might have some music playing in the background, but you got the speed where you want it, you can just mute it from right there within the effect. Or if you want to go ahead and bring back in the regular audio at normal speed, then you can use a tip that I showed you to bring that audio back in without having it have any type of change to the speed. Just make sure that you mute the speed effect within that option or within that tool. So loving it. I like that a lot. Keeping that pitch, baby. Keeping that pitch. So the new titles were nice. I can see myself using the interactive titles in some of the videos that I do. It's always good to have options. So the more titles that they add, I mean, if you have a subscription, you're paying for it. So they keep really, I think, giving you value for your subscription. A lot of people say, I'm not going to pay for no subscription. I don't believe in that stuff. And that's fine for those people. But if you're using a program that not only gives you updates for the program itself, but continues to give you free items that you can use that builds value for the dollars that you're spending, it means a lot. Now, if you're somebody that's not using any of the new content, you might want to rethink your decision about your subscription, right? But for those who are using it and looking for options, it's always better to have more options at your fingertips to go ahead and look through and find what fits your video, what makes your video right. And I mean, if you want to have something that, hey, I could just build it from custom, then you need to be using different types of programs for that, right? If you just want to build things from scratch and you want to know how to do all of that, great. If you want templates and stickers and titles and transitions and things right there at your fingertips, then you need volume, because the more you have, the more options you're going to have. So I like those, the new interactive titles and the cool effect titles. I like those too. Once again, sparingly using them in the right situation is key to creating good videos, all right, or even great videos at that. So with that being said about the titles, I just think the last point I want to make on that is I just hope they continue to make more professional title graphics. That's the key, right? Like I said, there could be situations where you want like the cartoon pack or birthday little kitty stuff. That's all good. I mean, those things fit those situations. But the more professional titles they have, the more options you're going to have too, because you can use those same titles in a kid's video or a cartoon video, whatever you want, really. The more professional the title, the more options you have. So I want to see more professional titles in the app. So what are your thoughts on all of these changes? I mean, your final summary. I gave you mine. What's your summary? What do you think? What's missing? What do you want Cyberlink to add to the app? I want everybody who's in this chat, give me one thing that Cyberlink needs to add to the app that it doesn't have. One thing, each person. I'll give you 5 minutes. I'm just playing. I'm not even going to sit back and do nothing for 5 minutes. But just give me one thing. If there's one thing that the app could have that it doesn't have today, what would you say? Hey, Cyberlink, put this in. If you could talk to Cyberlink and they tell you, I'm going to give you one thing, whatever you want, that one thing, I'm going to add it to the app. What is that one thing? Let me know in the chat. All right. Speaking of chat, I think I'm done talking all of my little talk, the walk. So I'm going to jump into the chat and see what you guys are doing up in here. And if there's anything that I need to jump back to the app to show you guys, I will gladly do that. So let's see what's crack-a-lacking. All right. We got Frankie London. Frankie London says, hey, I'm in here. Thanks for jumping in, baby. Appreciate you, Frankie. Okay, I got this now. So we say like Hitachi or Hitachi. So Hitachi. Thank you, Hitachi. I appreciate that. Pronunciation for dummies is complete. Hitachi, I appreciate you. Now this dummy is smart. Okay. Let's see. Peter J. Milner. Pete says, does anyone know, is Cyberlink responding to feature suggestions and reporting bugs? I've reported a few and had nothing back. That's very strange. Usually when I use the feature in the app to report something, I get something back within a day. Now, I don't know if I get like you said, I'll get a response back. Now, do I get the status or any fixes on the bugs? I haven't had anything that I've suggested or complained about like that. But for those of you who don't know what Peter's talking about, I'm going to go ahead and bring back up my multi-screen here so you can see me and my screen. Look at this beautiful man. Look at him. Okay, enough of that. So if you don't know what he's talking about, you can go in the app, and if you go to Home and you go down here to Settings, there's an option here that says FAQ and Send Feedback. If you tap on that, it pops up some FAQs, and you're like, I don't care about your FAQs. At the bottom, it says Send Feedback. If you tap on that, then this screen comes up. You can type in whatever it is, like this program's all jacked up to be damned. Help me, Jesus. It's Easter, so help me, Jesus. Then you put your email address in there. If you want to add a screenshot, of course, you have to take the screenshot ahead of time. But if you want to add a screenshot, you can add a screenshot. And then when you're done, you click on this little check mark on the right-hand side. Probably not going to let me do anything because I didn't put anything in there. And then after that, it shows another screen, and it shows a little like airplane to like send the feedback. So after you hit this check mark, make sure that you hit that send feedback button. It looks like a little paper airplane. So you can send feedback. If you guys like after this chat, let's say I asked you to tell me what you want Cyberlink to add. You can go here and say, hey, Cyberlink, I want you to add this. Hey, Cyberlink, this is messing up. Hey, Cyberlink, you stink. Whatever you want to send in here, you can send it, and it will go directly to them. Now, to Peter's comment about whether or not I'm getting responses from them. I haven't made reported a bug or anything like that to get a response from them. But when I have responded to them, I get like a email response in like 24 hours usually. And I have had times where I've said, hey, this feature isn't working, and they have responded to me about those. So I've gotten responses. And I don't think it's anything like, hey, they know it's Malik, so they're responding. I don't think it's that. I could be wrong. I don't know. Big Brother is watching. Big Brother. Why Big Brother watching? You never know. So I don't think it's anything else like that, but I have been getting responses, so we'll see. Let's see what else we got. Frankie London says happy Easter Sunday in the UK. That's right, baby. Easter Sunday here too. Let's see. Hitachi says, let's see, let me bring back up Hitachi. Sorry about that. It's annoying that we can't change speed and layer. Yeah. It is annoying. I mean, the workaround for that is just to add the clip to the overlay. You know, you can do that and you can still change the speed. It would be nice to have it in both though. I mean, there's always workarounds, but like I said earlier when I was talking about the workaround for the keep pitch part and the speed effect, you could do workarounds for stuff. It is annoying though. It would be nice to have it in that other layer. Maybe there's a reason why. And hey, if you want to make that suggestion, I just showed you how to make that suggestion using an app. So if you want to, jump on in and make your suggestion to Cyberlink. Maybe they'll implement it. Maybe they won't. Don't know. Peter says, I liked your video denoise workaround the other day. It was great. Yes. Like I said, workarounds, man. It's unfortunate. Like, once again, I did use the suggestion to say, hey, add video denoise, right? And I've done that a while back. That was when I first was using the app for something, and I was like, hey, I need to go ahead and, change the noise in this some clip that somebody gave me for something to do, and it had too much noise in it. Not like I've had clips that I had too much noise in them too, so I'm not trying to say anything bad about this person. But they gave me a clip. They wanted me to do some video for them, and it was noisy. So I couldn't do it in the app. I just wanted to see if I could, and I couldn't. And so then I figured out how to do it. So once I figured out how to do it, I was like, let me share this with everybody else so that they know. And then after I made that tutorial, and this was probably, 2 months ago that actually happened. My tutorials are always done way before before they become live on YouTube. I have videos in the can, as they say. So all my videos that are in the can are ready to go ahead of time. But anyway, after I went ahead and found the workaround, then I went ahead and used that feature that I showed you guys a moment ago to send feedback to Cyberlink, and I asked them to go ahead and add that feature to the program. So we'll see what happens. So Hitachi says, are there any subscribe, like, share, etc. stickers to use? So I am not aware of any stickers like that. Let me see. I'm pretty sure they got to have something. If you think about it, at least subscribe. It may not look like the YouTube one. Yeah, I see a few things on here. So let me share my screen again. So I'm on the stickers right now, and right now you got this one. You got the like one. I'm not going to download it, but you can see on my screen. You got share, like, and this is just from scrolling through. I haven't really searched anything, or I wish there was a way to search them on here. It would be nicer. But you can see there are some on there, and if you go into the different categories, like let's see if there's something in here. Social media. It's got this social media one. Let's see what they got. So they got a little search thing, hearts, share, stuff like that. So not really big on those. Nothing in there that I would probably use as far as a sticker. But they do have some things on here, like I showed you, the like, the share, and like. What I would say is, if you want to, and I'm kind of giving you like a little precursor into one of my videos that's in the can and about to come out. What I would probably do is, there are a bunch of there's a bunch of different things on YouTube. So let me just do this real quick so I can show you guys what you could be working with. if you wanted to do that for now, once again, work around, people. Work around, work around, work around, work around. That's what I do. I work around. So, like I said, that's a little preview into a video that I'm going to be doing coming soon to a theater near you. So, you know, just make sure that you stay on the lookout, because I am going to have, I think it's next week or Tuesday, it's a video called 8 Advanced Editing Tips. And it shows you exactly how to do what I just said. So, and there's 7 other tips in that video that are bonkers. You're going to love them. You're going to freaking love them. Okay? Hug them and love them. So, that's that. See what else we got on here. Peter says, can we change the color in those new titles? I like them on balance. Yeah, I like them on balance too. So I don't think you can change the colors, my friend. Let's go ahead and see what we shall see. So to be truthful with you, I haven't played with them that much. So in order for us to figure that out, we're going to have to go in here and look ourselves. So let's see what we got here. So strange. Very strange. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out why it's not changing the color on this. When I tap on it, nothing's being changed. So that within itself might be an issue that they need to get fixed. Let's go back to fonts. Fonts are good. Titles good. So it looks to me like these are just options to change the words, not the actual color of the graphics, just by looking at what I'm seeing. But I'm still kind of like, why aren't you changing the color of the graphics? But I'm just typing anything in here, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so it says it's white, and it is. Let's change it. Okay, that one changed. Okay, so play. Let's go back to this one and talk. Color. Let's change it to green. It's not changing at all. Very, very strange. Buggy. Got some bugginess going on here. Real buggy. Let me go back. Try this again. It says the colors changed, but it sure ain't changed. So to answer your question, Peter, no, because obviously it's not changing the color. And I would think that the color of the words at the top would match the color of the graphic, right? And that's what it's supposed to do. So I'm saying that I want to change the color of the word talk, and I'm tapping on it, choosing something, and that color should coincide with this graphic around it, and nothing's changing. So I can't really say why. And the reason why I'm pretty sure it should be working is because if I go to the other piece, I can change this color. I'm just tapping on it, and it's changing, like you said. So something is not working with this title, at least. Let's try one more just to see if maybe it's a bug in the there's a bug in the juice. There's a bug in that juice, and we want to fix that. Let's try this one out. And let me just go ahead and color red. Okay, that one worked. All right. And let's go ahead and hit this, and let's go ahead and try the next title. And let's see here, blue. That one worked, but it didn't change the color of the graphic. So the graphic is still white. So doesn't seem like, to answer your question, that you can change the color of the graphics, but you can change the color of the font as usual. You can always change the color of the font. There's nothing really new there. So, hey, it's all good. All right. So we got another one from Peter who says, I would really like an arrow or box pointing at a feature on the video to be able to describe what it is. Yeah, I agree. I mean, so they have like a tutorial creation pack in the PC version that gives you like arrows and boxes and stuff like that that you can use to do that. My memory serves correctly, I don't see anything like that within the app yet, but hopefully that's something that they can add. Let's see here. So Frankie London says, I don't have the new neon titles. So if for some reason you don't have those titles and you have your subscription, then what I would do is just go to the Play Store and see if there's an option to update the app. And if there is, update it. Maybe the titles will populate then. The other option would be to delete it from your device and then reinstall it and see if those options show up at that time. But if you have a subscription, they should be there. And I got another comment from Frankie. He says, I really enjoy this app as I feel like a real filmmaker. Yep. And I mean, as long as you apply the principles during the production, you know, and during your pre-production, and then in post-production when you're editing, it should be simple. Doing the right things before you create your video, during the video creation process, and then in the post-production of that video, all those three things together are critical to you having a professional video, right? Some people can skip some of those steps. I'm not one of those. I always try to do and follow through with every single step so that I have the best outcome possible, and so that I don't have to go back and do things, right? So it's just me. But yes, this editor is fully capable of doing a lot of the things that you need to do to make great videos. Let's see. Yeah, and Hitachi, of course, wants to see a speed option added in. I don't think they mean layer. I think they mean the main video track. So Peter J. Milner wants proper color grading and proper support for 422 S-Log 310-bit MP4, aka the Sony A7 S3. Or a la the Sony A7 S3. Yeah, so man, the color grading thing is pretty big because like people are still asking for like the proper color grading tools within the PC version as well as within the app. So I would expect to see them probably implement that in the PC version before the app. I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, there's definitely room for improvement as far as color grading is concerned. Right now we have just the adjustments, and then within the adjustments you can do certain things, but you also have filters which are very similar to LUTs. So you got filters for color grading, and then for color correction you don't have the tools to help you like color wheels and curves and scopes and things like that help you really dial in to what you need as far as exposure, contrast, things like that. But you do have the tools there and the sliders, which you can do it by eye. But a lot of people, of course, want to have those extra tools to help them do it the right way. So proper color grading tools would include things like that. But once again, I'm hopeful that they add it to the app. I think that if anything, they're going to be adding it to the PC version first. But the problem with that is they would be kind of like cannibalizing their own apps If they add those things in color in PowerDirector, then no one would need ColorDirector. And even ColorDirector doesn't have some of those tools that it still should have, but that's another conversation for another day. All right. Kevin Hall. What's up, Kevin? I don't know what you mean. LDC, LDC. I don't ABC. I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe he was asking someone else a question. I don't know. Let's see. So Peter J. Milner says he spoke to European support in Germany and they were very helpful. That's good. Good to know, because all we hear a lot about is like, they're not doing this and I don't support sucks, but we never hear when support does what they're supposed to do. That's kind of funny. As people, we always want to go ahead and raise our hand when something bad happens, but a lot of the times we don't take the time to raise our hand when people are doing things the right way. And I think that if we would raise our hand every time somebody did something right, we'd have many more hands in the air for right versus wrong. But that's how we are as people. Our nature is to complain. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for recognizing that. It's Monday in Australia, but he still says Happy Easter. Appreciate that. Happy Easter. Yep. So is it possible to extend the length of a video? Yeah, you can extend the length of a video by changing the speed and slowing it down. That'll make it longer. I mean, you can't really make a video longer than what it is except by either changing the speed and slowing it down or by adding duplicates of the same video after it. That's about it. I mean, can't make something more than what it already is. Let's see. So Hitachi says, make your Discord server. I do have a Discord server. So you check it out. PowerDirector. Look up PowerDirector. PowerDirector University on Discord and you'll find it. Yep, looks like a bug to me too. It's probably just with that one title. Like you saw, I tried another title and it worked. But for some reason, the color on that one wouldn't change. And I think because it's tied to that graphic, and that's why I think it won't change. But we'll see. It says, share the screen and show how do you put the comments on the screen. Please show that. Are you talking about my live stream comments? Like how am I putting those on the screen? Because I can't show you that because I'm not doing it from my PC. I'm actually doing it from my iPad right in front of me. I'm looking down at it and I see the comments as they go through and I just go ahead and do that. I mean, if you want me to, I can just put my iPad up here. I don't even know if you can see it. It might not even focus on it, but that's the program I use for my live streaming. It's called vMix, and then they have a app part of it called vMix Social. So whatever comments are happening on YouTube, they come up on this little screen, and then I could just tap on that comment like this, and I could tap send, and I'll say, still here, sir, from Gen Z Castro. I'm glad you're still here, Gen Z. So basically that's what it is. I mean, if you don't have the program, it's not really much you can do about it, but that's how I do it. Kevin says mobile has LUTs. No, it doesn't have LUTs. It has filters, but they're very much like that. So, and once again, my video on Tuesday is going to show a little bit about color grading. So there are 8 advanced tips that you need to know coming out Tuesday. Okay, so anyway, let me go ahead and pull this up on screen. I got all this mess going on. I need to get myself organized, people. Get myself organized. All right, let's bring this back up. And let's say I tap on this clip here. And at the bottom, you see a thing called filter. So if you tap on filter, you get all these different filters. So there's different categories, things on here. So if I tap on, let's say artistic, then it'll open up all these different artistic filters. So I can tap on this one And then I can change the intensity of that filter, right? Or I can go with this one. And once again, I can change the intensity. This one here, changing it. So they're not LUTs. Like I said, they're called filters, and they're very similar to LUTs. And some people might even say, well, that's just a LUT. It is what it is. You can add all type of different ones on here. So if you weren't using this filter feature, it is a great feature to create different looks for your videos. Look at this here. Bam. Ooh, look at that. Okay, but anyway, you can go back and you can change it to none if you want to just remove it and bring it back to normal. So yeah, there are filters, not LUTs. Some people might refer to them as those, but whatever. Let's see. Kevin Hall wants lens distortion correction, like GoPro fisheye correction. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. There is no lens distortion correction that I'm aware of on here right now. Nope, nothing like that. But would be nice if they went ahead and added something like that, like you said, to have that feature available. Let's see. Hitachi said, is it possible to have 8D audio in PowerDirector? I guess no. 8D audio? I guess I would have to know more about that. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not even up on that. I ain't up on the 8D audio. So, explain. Explaino el 8D audio, por favor. All right. Let's see. So it looks like I'm all caught up on my comments. So let me just look at a few other things on here, just make sure there's nothing else I need to that I missed. Funny. So Van Kadasen Kumar, hope I said that right. If I did not, just do like Hitachi did and show me how to pronounce your name through the chat. I need pronunciation for dummies once again. So how to reduce background noise. So background noise can be reduced pretty easily. Kind of funny how sometimes people ask about certain videos and things like that I have probably already done, but it is what it is. I mean, you probably didn't look it up on YouTube, but if you do, then you can find my tutorial on how to remove background noise. But since you probably didn't look it up, I'll just show you real quick. Even though it would be nice if you go watch that video, help boost some of my views and my watch time hours, I'd appreciate it. But because I'm such a nice guy, even though you didn't even look it up, I'm going to show it to you. So you can tap on any clip that has audio, or you can tap on audio. And then you can go ahead and tap on the audio tool. And then it has denoise right here at the bottom. You tap on denoise. And then you can turn up the level of denoise. You can turn it down if you want to hear more noise. Who knows? But I doubt that would be the case. So you just go ahead and move up the strength of the denoise, and it will remove ambient background noise. Okay. If the noise is really loud or whatever, it's probably not going to remove it very well. If you have speaking going on at the same time as the background noise, the narration or the spoken audio that you want to hear might be slightly impacted by removing some of the background noise. So just keep those things in mind. But this is the tool that you use for that. All right. Gen Z Castro says, looking forward to your color grading, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So 8D audio, let's see what Hitachi says. 8D audio is when we wear headphones or earphones. It feels like the sound is moving across your head. So 8-dimensional audio or something like that, I guess. Nah, I don't think there's going to be an option to add that right now. Who knows if they're going to do it in the future, but right now it's nothing on there for that. It doesn't have that type of complexity in its audio tools. So Hitachi says, please explain the vMix Social thing once again. What's that? Can I get it on my Android? So vMix Social is just a program that you use for managing your live streams. That's it. If you want to know more about that program, it's kind of like OBS. So OBS is a free program for live streaming. And there's also something called StreamYard, which is an app that you can use for live streaming. There's vMix. There's all types of programs out there. That's all it is. It's a live stream program. I don't think you can get it for your app. Basically, what I have to do on here to see the screen and see the comments is I have to type in a certain web address that my program generates, and then I can just pull up Chrome and type it in, and then I can see the comments on here. So that's all it is. Audio Director for Android would be nice too. Yeah, that would be good. Be able to do some of those things for Audio Director, especially like the auto remix function that makes the length of a song the same length, whatever length you want it. So if you have a song that's like 4 minutes and you really like that song, but you got a video that's 8 minutes, you could actually make the song 8 minutes without changing the speed of the song or anything. It just actually layers it so that it's 8 minutes. So that's a tool that's called Auto Remix that Audio Director has. I use that all the time when I'm making videos on my PC. So it'd be nice to have that for the app. Kevin Hall says, Hitachi Sukla, my name was pronounced as Keibin Horusan when in Japan. I like that. So Hitachi asks, when do you come on Discord? I don't really go on there a lot. I mean, if there's like different people having conversations on there or whatever, I'll join from time to time. But to be truthful with you, I don't do it a lot. The main reason why I made the Discord was for members. So if people join my channel and they pay me like a monthly fee to join the channel, to support the channel, and they're not really, I guess, not paying me, but they're paying to support the channel each month, then I have a Discord that's a public one, and then I have a Discord that's a private one for those individuals. So that's what I usually use it for. So Venkatasan Kumar says, thank you for the explanation. Good vibes. All good vibes all around, my brother. Good vibes. So yeah, I guess that 8D is like surround sound kinda. Yep. Let's see. Genzi Castro says, can you show us how to mask twice? I guess that would kind of be like a long form thing to do. To be truthful with you, I don't have that much more time to be on this live stream. I got a wife and a life that I got to run back to. So I wouldn't be able to do that right now. But if you are interested in seeing some type of tutorial on that, then you can go ahead and go to the comments for any video of mine, once this video is live or anything, there's a link in the comments for a tutorial request form. If you click on that, you can give me more specifics on what you want to see, maybe an example of what you mean by mask twice, because it could be anything that you're talking about, really. I mean, I understand adding 2 mask layers, but for what? What do you want to see? Is there an example you can show? You can add a link to any examples, stuff like that. So use that tutorial request form. It's in the video description of all of my videos on this channel. Let's see. And Hitachi says, when was the latest PowerDirector app released? The latest version. So my understanding is that it was on the 29th. So the latest version would have been the one that includes the keep pitch for the speed effect that we talked about earlier. And that was on the 29th. So unless there was an update after that for bug fixes or something, the last one that I'm aware of as of right now was March 29th. All right. So looks like we're coming up on the 1 hour mark of this live stream. So like I said, I do have some things I got to get to do. I got to do a few things in my life. Okay. So this was a beautiful hour that I spent with all of you guys. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in for these live streams. You know, this channel is not that old. Started probably, I think, October of last year. I just wanted to create a separate channel from my PC version for all of you app users out there. And I appreciate the fact that you guys subscribe, you watch my content, you come into these live streams. But I know that there are like millions of more people using the app out there. And I'm hoping that with your help, that some of those people are able to find this channel. If you're in any communities out there that use apps for editing, or you're in any communities that use mobile devices for creating videos, if you're in any forums that, you know, have information about PowerDirector app or anything else, do me a favor and share the link, the URL, or the name of this channel on those different forums, in those different communities, on your Facebook pages, your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever. Get the word out there, because I know there are a lot of people who use this app. And when I look out there and I see, and I'm not trying to down anybody, I'm not trying to down Cyberlink or anybody else, but when I look out there and I see the content that other channels are creating for the app, they're either just, I don't know, not robust enough, or they're infrequent. Like once in a while they'll have an app tutorial or something. There's nothing really dedicated to the app like this channel is. Not even from PowerDirector or Cyberlink. I mean, they do app tutorials, but there's not a dedicated place for them. And I think that their tutorials may not be as in depth as mine are, and they don't have as wide a subject matter as my tutorials are. So I think this is a place where people who use the app should be able to come and get a lot of value. So hopefully you guys can share this channel, share the YouTube URL, the link, the name, wherever, any other places out there where you think people might find value in the content that I bring. Once again, I thank you guys so much for being part of my community, following my channel, watching my tutorials, and sharing your thoughts in these live streams. Having these conversations with you guys is probably some of the best stuff that I get to do when it comes to creating content, because I get to share with you, and I get to interact with you, and I get to know your opinion. So thank you so much for joining me.